Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back, finally. Just got my laptop out of the shop. Something was wrong with the LED screen. They had to take it off, put a new one on, and everything. The screen was cracked. So now we're back, now we're good. The YouTube grind, Twitch streaming grind now continues. So without further ado, I do have some news for you guys today. First thing we gotta talk about is the April Games with Gold. Of course, this is a thing that Microsoft is doing to repay the people, the fans that pay for gold subscription every month, every 3 months, 12 months, however you have it set up. And they give us free games. Usually it's 2 free games for the Xbox One and 2 free games for the Xbox 360. So all these games are AAA titles. This is the first time I've seen all games AAA titles. Usually it's, there's only one AAA title and the rest I have never even heard of. But all 4 of these you guys should have heard of. The first one is called The Wolf Among Us. It's going to be for the Xbox One. You can download it for free starting today, April Fool's Day. Oh, by the way, happy April Fool's Day. April 1st to the 31st. And then the next one is Sunset Overdrive. If you guys don't remember this, it didn't really last too long, the hype, but they did have a Sunset Overdrive themed Xbox One with a 1 terabyte hard drive, I do believe. But it's it's just a third-person shooter. You're killing these mutant little aliens that are got mutated off of this drink or whatever. But it's got like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater kind of theme to it, the way the guy moves around, and it's just kind of a cartoonish, funny little shooting game. But you can download it starting April 16th all the way to the 30th. And then the Xbox 360 games. This one does not need any introduction at all. It is the Dead Space game, the first one in the installment. Dead Space is one of the most popular games that has ever come out. Just the gruesome, more gruesome than Gears of War, more scarier than Gears of War. I played it and I didn't play it too long because it was, I literally shit my pants a couple times because of how scary it is, But definitely pick it up. It's a really good game. It's free on the Xbox 360, April 1st through the 15th. And I do not recommend playing with the lights off. And then the last one is Saints Row 4. I did play this game. It was really fun. It's not as fun as Grand Theft Auto, but it is, very like Grand Theft Auto, but it is really fun. In the game, you can get superpowers and all this stuff and just, wreck mayhem. But it is free April 16th to the 30th, so those are the 4 games that you can play. Like I said, Dead Space is the one I do recommend out of all these, just because of the gruesome feature and just scary monsters that you get to kill and everything. Next thing that we're moving on to is Destiny, where there's going to be a free April update that Bungie has revealed, and it's going to be coming out very soon this month. It's going to be on April 12th. They're going to release the Taken King April update. It's going to include some more PvE content and updates, and it's going to be trying to balance the sandbox changes for the Crucible. First thing you're going to notice is that there are going to be new quests and strikes. There is going to be a, well, basically, as you know, the Queen of the Reef got killed by Oryx, and now the only 2 that are left on the reef are Varix and Petra, and they're still going to be dishing out quests for you. They're going to be sending people on new quests and all that stuff, but the Blighted Chalice is going to be the new strike that you're going to be able to do. It's going to be, the boss is going to be a Malak, and it's going to be a Taken Prince that is just trying to replace Oryx on the throne. Also, there's going to be a returning strike from year 1, but it's going to be mutated a little bit with the Taken themed revamp. The strike that's going to be the Winner's Run, where you have to kill that fallen priest, that big, huge fallen priest that comes out of that, whatever you want to call it, that prison. And then the next thing that is probably the biggest thing is that the Prison of Elders is going to get a revamp. If you don't remember House of Wolves DLC that came out a while ago, about a year ago, I think, they released this thing where it's like level 28 all the way to level, there's like 4 different Prison of Elders. One was level 28, that was the only one that where you could search for players in matchmaking. The other ones you had to find your own fire team. There was like level 32, level 34, and level 35. And level 35 was I can't remember his name, but it was I can't remember his name, but it was the boss that everybody was talking about that you had to kill. And it had the best loot possible, and I believe there was 4 rounds. You had to kill every single species that was in Destiny before you could fight the boss, and then the 5th round was the boss. And then after you beat the boss, you go back in the room, the door on the bottom opens up, you fall to the bottom, there's 3 chests, Two of them you can open, and then one you can only open if you have the treasure key. And that one usually gives you an exotic. Sometimes they say like 50% of the time it gave you an exotic. But Prison of Elders was definitely the funnest thing that I was able to do. Before the Raise of Light and Taken King came out, and then the Prison of Elders was like very, nobody really ever played it, just because the only thing that it really gave you was strange coins, because everything was year 1, and year 1 stuff was, irrelevant since year 2 came out. But there's going to be 2 different Prison of Elders now. There's going to be one that's light 260 difficult, and then there's going to be a Challenge of Elders, and that's the light 320 difficulty. It's going to give you high-level weapons and armor. And it says based on scorecard, so I'm guessing if you do really good, you're going to get really good stuff, and if you do really bad, you're not going to get that much good stuff. So they're also going to be raising the light weapons and armor. They're going to be doing an update to 1-to-1 infusion, which means that any item that a player infuses will be brought up 100% to the light, defense, and attack values of the item used for fuel. There's going to be a new armor set where you're going to be looking like Taken, like your whole entire body, eyes, head, you're going to be looking like Taken. You can run around the tower and look like that. Looks pretty cool. So there's going to be max light of 335 is what they're raising it to. And there's going to be a bunch of activities to get cool stuff and get max light. There's going to be 2 of the King's Fall, the raid where you fight orcs. There's going to be normal mode and heroic mode. The normal mode is going to be up to 320 light, and then the heroic mode is going to be up to 330 light. And then you have the Court of Orcs, where you activate the statue, and then you have like 3 different statues, and you can get artifacts up to light 335. And then Challenge of Elders, which I just talked about, and that's going to be up to 335 light. And then Trials of Osiris and Iron Banner is going to be up to 335 light. So that's how you're going to be able to get to 335. Trials of Osiris, Iron Banner, Challenge of Elders, loot, and then Court of Orcs. That's how you're going to get your artifact up to 335 light. So that's basically it for the Destiny April update. If you guys want to know anything else, or if you want to just read it for yourself, everything will be in the description as always. And the last thing to talk about is the Halo 5 Guardians Ghost of Meridian preview. Every single month up until I think June, so we have 2 more months. They promised us free content update every single month. We've gotten Warzone maps, we've gotten arena maps and everything. So they're doing it again. Sometime next week. They haven't given a date, but we're supposed to get this update. There's going to be only one armor set, Dynasty, or Dynast, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, armor set. And also, they said that there's only one armor set, but it's showing Mark 5 armor reflex armor set, so I'm not sure what that's about. But we're getting a Warzone map and an arena map. The Warzone map is called Skirmish at Darkstar. It's supposed to be the smallest Warzone map that they have in the collection right now. Basically what it looks like is, I'll let you see it in the description below, but it looks like there's like a base in the middle, and then there's a circle around it, so I'm not too sure what to expect. But with the arena map, I definitely know what to expect. The arena map is called Tyrant. I think it's a good name. It looks like a Coliseum revamp, which I'm a little disappointed about, because we have told TV3 time and time again that we don't want revamps. We want a completely fresh new map and stuff like that. With Overgrowth, that's a revamp of Plaza. With Riptide, that's a revamp of Fathom. So it's getting kind of annoying that they're revamping maps and stuff like that. And talking with a lot of people, I've gotten to matchmaking. People, they dodge Overgrowth, they dodge Riptide. They say, why the hell do we keep playing these maps and all this stuff, blah blah blah. Tyrant is actually not going to be annoying because of the Coliseum revamp. It has, scatter shot sniper. It has, a lift on one side of the map. So, we haven't seen it in gameplay, but we can assume just because of that it's going to be a revamp. We've seen a bunch of pictures and stuff like that, and it looks like a revamp. But it looks like it's going to be a very bright map, which we also have complained at 33 about. The sun is like almost touching the map, so I'm not sure how bright the map's going to be until we see some gameplay. But if I can think of an example of a map that's really, really bright, I'm trying to think of a map. Oh, Regret is also a revamp of Truth. That's another one I was thinking about. But there's a couple of, I think Torque. I think Torque maybe is what people are complaining about. The map is really, really bright or something like that. But it looks like this map is going to be the brightest map of all. There's been some dank memes and GIFs on the forums that I've been looking at, and they've been pretty funny. GIFs of people's faces melting off when they started up the map tire and stuff. But anyways, moving on, we've got some new requisitions and stuff like that. Some skins for your weapons. So for the gravity hammer that came out, I think last month with the update with the map torque as well. We're going to be getting 3 different versions of the gravity hammer, and the only one I'm going to be talking about is the Tartarus's gavel. If you guys don't know who Tartarus is, he is the original holder of the gravity hammer from the Halo 2 campaign, or the last level. He was the boss that had the gravity hammer. And it looks pretty cool. It's got a little red design on it. Not sure what it does, but it is a legendary. So we've got some two new suppressors. We've got a skin for your main weapons. We've got a skin or a new mantis, new tank, armor sets, and the best emblem that's going to be coming into the game is called Money 8s, and it is a legendary. Of course, if you guys don't know Money 8s, it's when people run 8s and they put money in the pot saying they're going to win. So, I put $5 up, I lose, then I have to give $5 PayPal to the other team, whatever. People are doing money. It's a lot, so much that 3v3 decided to make an emblem of it, which I'm sure everybody will be using. So, the new skin is called... Okay, so... We've got the Mark 5 armor, alpha armor variants, and then we've got blue steel is what it's called, and you're going to be able to put that on your assault rifle, your battle rifle, your DMR, Magnum, and your SMG. And that's basically all there is to talk about. Like I said, if you want to see a screenshot of this map that looks like it's going to be brighter than anything, you can look at it in the description below. Of course, the 3 Industries is going to be doing a live stream showing off everything. It's going to be happening... next week, I believe. It's going to be Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then you can just look on the live stream. They're going to be showing off everything, and we'll be able to get a glimpse of how bright this Tyrant Arena map is going to be and how small the Warzone map is going to be. But that's going to be it for the news today, guys. Sorry I haven't made a video in a little bit. I got my laptop back, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Going to be posting out some videos. And I am going to be streaming for, at least, I'm going to try to stream for a little 4 hours today. Going to try to ease back into it. But other than that, little side note here, I did see Batman vs. Superman. I do highly recommend that everybody sees Batman vs. Superman. It is not as bad as everybody says. I give it an 8 out of 10. Lots of action. It builds up into the action, which is what I like. The only thing that I can say about it is I understand what people are saying, when they say that Warner Bros. Tried a little too hard to make the fights look cool instead of badass, but it was still badass and still really epic and stuff like that. Other than that, we have Quantum Break coming out in about 4 days. I think April 5th is when it's going to be coming out. I'll be streaming that. It's going to be a fun game. You use like time as a weapon. It's like a third-person shooter. We have Overwatch coming out April 24th, I believe. It's going to be on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC, and that's coming out from Blizzard. We have the Gears of War 4 beta that's going to be coming out mid-April this month. If you guys want early access, then you just have to play one game on Gears of War Ultimate Edition right now, and then you'll be able to get early access and get like an extra 5 days into the beta. Otherwise, they're just going to have the open beta for about 5 days at the end of the month. I think that's all I have to talk about. Oh yeah, and I got this beanie from Loot Crate. I tried to make a Loot Crate video, but my old laptop fucked it up, so, what are you going to do? And then if you turn it inside out, there's a Daredevil instead. I just finished watching Season 2 of Daredevil. It was fantastic. I recommend people watching it. But yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you guys have a good Friday. Today's payday. Hopefully you guys got paid. I'll see you guys on the stream. Twitch.tv/7mperistic. Goodbye. Have a good day.